single parenting, there can be some advantages if you are separating because of problems that you're facing together. But in majority cases, you obviously face some disadvantages. A couple of them being, the documentation that you have to undergo. Say, for example, you are divorcing from your partner or your spouse. Changing the documents of the child, providing proofs. Sometimes it even requires a lawyer's intervention. It is not just a time intensive procedure, it is a financial intensive procedure as well. It takes a lot of efforts and corrections that are to be done. Another thing is that the amount of time you get to spend with your child sort of dwindles. You think, okay, fine, the other person's not there anymore, but at the same point in time, you have so many more responsibilities on your plate right now to fulfill. In terms of financial responsibilities, in terms of other expectations, not just to bring up the child but also to handle the house. It is difficult, it's not easy. So that it takes away the time that you get to spend with your child. So it's not an easy, task to fulfill. One more thing that's pretty particular about the Indian society is that if you've observed in tier 2 cities, in tier 1 cities also, and we have to accept this as a fact, a lot of women in the workforce, right, they choose to return back to the household and discontinue work after they deliver their children. So say for example, you lose your spouse, your husband, and that person was the sole earning member of the family. For you to get back into the workforce after some years of gap, it is challenging. It is not easy because companies review and understand if you have any gap in your experience when you're applying. Especially in India, I don't understand why this is the case, but yes, this is definitely the case. I am a recruiter, and I know that we do have to complete these checks. And it's difficult because you have to scale up. You have to also get some experience before you get involved in a company that provides you a decent amount of money for the work that you're doing. So it's not easy even financially. Earlier there were two sources of income sometimes, and so now you just have like one source of income, or you're trying to get back to the workforce, so it's challenging. One way that we can help, for such cases, and there's a very prominent example when you're looking at TCS's recent efforts to bring back women to the workforce. When you're looking at returning mothers or other women who've taken a gap to fulfill certain personal priorities, they have launched a program that helps women scale up for a couple of months.